Hey you guys, so I am cooking a nice Sunday dinner. So we're gonna do, my couch arrived today as well, so I'm happy about that. So we're gonna do, so my plan was to make some cabbage, right? I'm making pot roast in the crock pot, mashed potatoes, and cabbage. But the cabbage thing is getting a little bit axed because Walmart gave me this tiny ass cabbage. So hold on y'all, my nose is itching. So y'all see this? This fits in the palm of my hand. It's just like, really? Like, that made sense in your mind? Like, that's crazy. And something told me to get two, but I was like, because two had been too much. Because I'm thinking in my mind, it's going to be a huge head of cabbage. No. And I'm not going back to the store. So I'm going to have to mix it with another veggie, which might be green beans. So, y'all don't mind my pantry, child. I'll be doing a video about that in a few with organization. So I'm gonna mix the cabbage with this green beans. Hey, look, you gotta improvise because I'm not going back to the store. I'm not going back to the store, and I'm not gonna like Instacart just a head of cabbage, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna improvise. I got some Hawaiian rolls. As you can see, y'all pardon the mess I am cooking, okay? Here is the roast in the crock pot. I have some Hawaiian rolls. Here is the little tiny ass cabbage. And then I have some smoked turkey wings that I'm gonna use. I'm doing a separate video for the recipe for the roast. The roast is really quick, like, you guys. So if you are busy, you know, you work a lot, you're a workaholic, or if you're a parent, busy mom, busy dad, such as myself, you know, and you want a home cooked meal, throw it together, honey, okay? Literally just a few minutes. All right, you got a whole meal. You ain't got to do all the exercise and stuff that I do, but so this is the smoked turkey wings that I have. So let me tell you about this. So y'all, this had 3 in there, right? I don't even know if I want to make this whole thing. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have to. This is what I use for my cabbage and greens and everything like that. I don't use anything else. But if you have like smoked neck bones or whatever it is you want to use, I prefer the turkey. But y'all, I tried to boil the other one and it burned in the pot. So now I'm kind of like, what do I do with this? Because I'm not going to need this whole thing for this like little. So I think I'm just going to cook this. So what I'm going to do is put this in the pot like that. See, it's still a little burnt on the bottom of the pot. These are my old pots, so y'all bear with me. The ones I didn't want to part with. So, and then I don't even need a big pot because it's hardly any cabbage. So I'm just going to put some water, because usually what I do is I'll put the smoked turkey in a pot, and then I will boil it for a little bit to let the meat start falling off the bone. But since I hardly ever have any veggies, I really don't want to make that big old turkey wing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to make this big huge turkey wing for just a handful of cabbage and green beans. So I'm just going to boil this for the flavor. Like that. And then I like to add some of this chicken bouillon to the water. All right, here's some of the chicken bouillon in the water. And then I like to cover this up. So hopefully, this doesn't burn. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on it. Cause last time, some of the water's gonna boil out. So that's why I put so much in there. Let me put it on low. But yeah, I did this already with another turkey wing with a smaller piece, and I burned it. All the water burned off of it because I was getting some work done and time passed, and yeah. So this one I'm just gonna put in a Ziploc bag and freeze it and keep it for another time, because I don't want to make this big thing just for the small amount of veggies that I have. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get this and let that turkey in, kind of soften, get those flavors marinated in that water, and then we'll cut up the cabbage and wash it and all that good stuff, and then add it in. I'm not going to add the green beans right away till the cabbage is almost done. So yeah, so then I'm going to do some mashed potatoes as well. So I'm going to wait till later to do that, till closer when the roast is done, before I do mashed potatoes. So yeah, you guys, cooking with me, baby. All right, y'all, so I done pulled my hair back, which is what I usually do when I'm cooking. So I got food in my teeth. I'm sitting here eating this frozen pizza. Okay, so yeah, so I just cut up the cabbage. I'm getting ready to wash it real good, and then I'm gonna put it in the pot, and then I'm gonna peel the potatoes and then put it in the pot so we can cook. I have 4 potatoes. I usually buy them individually because, like I said, I don't really cook in large quantities unless I know there's gonna be, oops. I don't really cook in large quantities unless I know somebody's gonna come over or whatever. But here's my cabbage that I have cut up, ready to go. Like, you can tell this cabbage is tiny. This is tiny because usually I have to fill this up 2 or 3 times to wash the cabbage, and this is only filled up halfway. So my turkey wing ding or whatever that was is in here boiling, and then I have these potatoes over here. I may go ahead and cook off, well, I may do 3, and then I'll make like a baked potato or something tomorrow for lunch, or some other time, because I don't waste anything. I thought 4 would be good, but 4 may be too much to fit in that little pot that I have. But we'll see. I'll start off with 3 and see what we have, and if not, I'll just eat this another time. Y'all know I don't really do waste. So yeah, we have that. The potatoes I also boil with water with a little bit of this chicken bouillon. That's why I have such a big one, because I use this for almost everything. Okay, so yeah, let me clean off my cabbage and all of that, and I'll be back. All right, y'all, this is the water boiled with the turkey wing ding in there. Don't get it too much. So I'm going to add the cabbage in here, cook the cabbage down a little bit, and then I'm going to add this can of green beans. All right, y'all, here is the cabbage added. It might be a little bit too much water, but it does have all that delicious flavor from the turkey wing in there. So I'm not going to drain anything yet till I add the green beans and then see from there. But yeah, this is where we're at right now, you guys. All right, you guys, so I had to step out for a little bit, but I am back. So I am getting ready to cut and peel potatoes. I had to bring the cabbage back to a boil. It actually looks pretty good. I did drain some of the water off of it, some of the liquid off of it. So guys, I'm not doing a recipe to this because this is so I'm winging it. Let's just say that I'm winging it with the veggie side. I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? Considering the cabbage was this big. So I'm winging it, okay? So no recipe, but I did season the cabbage with, remember I put the chicken bouillon powder in the water with the turkey wing. So there's a turkey wing seasoning. This is how I usually season my cabbage. Y'all disregard the mess I am cooking. Onion powder. I got that in there because I don't have any room in here. I need to do some rearranging. Lemon pepper. I used my cabbage. Lemon pepper. What else did I use? I don't remember. Oh, Creole seasoning. These are my go-tos. Lemon pepper and Creole seasoning is for sure what I use. Everything else I just kind of wing. So yeah, I'm getting ready to peel these potatoes. I have this bag because I'm going to put the peels in the bag once I'm done with that. And then we're going to put them in this pot. So like I said, I don't know how much is going to fit. I threw away a lot of my old pots. I only kept a couple of them like this one and maybe 2 more. So I am going to buy a new pot and pan set. So I'm just using what I have because I threw away a lot of stuff when I moved. So yeah, stuff that was kind of old and peeling and burnt up and stuff. So yeah, this is what we have. I'm going to peel these potatoes and see what all fits in here. All right, potatoes are boiling, baby. We have some of this beef bouillon, of course, in there to give the potatoes a nice flavor. The potatoes are washed really good before I put them in here. Also, you want to start your potatoes in cold water. Now, what I used to do is I used to boil my water and then put the potatoes in. But someone told me it's better to add your potatoes to cold water so they cook evenly. And I do notice that my potatoes are a better texture when I do that. So I did add the green beans. This looks amazing, you guys. I didn't know how I was going to feel about that. I really can't wait to clean this stove off, honey. My OCD kicking in. But yeah, this is the potatoes. I did manage to fit 3 of the potatoes in here. So this should be good, and there'll be plenty of leftovers. So yeah, I'm going to boil this for a little bit until it starts to soften. And I'm going to mash them. Yeah. Do y'all wash y'all's potatoes, you guys? Because I know that a while ago, some years ago, somebody told me they didn't wash their potatoes. So they peeled them and boiled them, and then like the boiled water is supposed to kill everything on there. I don't know. I feel like the dirty water might seep into the potatoes. Like I've always been like scared of that. So yeah, y'all, that's definitely not something that I'm into. But yeah, comment below, y'all. Do y'all wash y'all's potatoes? If y'all gonna be boiling them for like mashed potatoes or whatever, do y'all wash them? Because yeah, someone told me that they didn't wash their potatoes. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be back once this gets to boiling. I'm about to start cleaning up. You know, it's always good to clean as you cook because it makes your brain a lot more clearer. But it's also a lot more, well, a lot less of a burden when you get finished cooking. Because there's nothing worse than cooking a meal and then looking at the kitchen. And I feel like that kind of sways a lot of people from cooking. It used to sway me from cooking, to be totally honest with you, was the cleanup after. But I'm getting there. I'm learning how to do things a little bit more convenient. Utilize leftovers as well, because there will definitely be leftovers. Because like I said, I'm not having anyone over to eat like I usually do when I cook. So yeah, but I'll be back, y'all. So the potatoes are done, you guys. So let me show you. Here's what we have. These potatoes. You can see that seasoning on there. And what we're going to use in the potatoes, some half and half, is what I have. Usually I use heavy cream, but I don't have any. I have a little bit of half and half left. So that's going to have to work. Some sour cream and some butter. I don't know why I have this here. And some salt and pepper. That's what I usually use. Sometimes I use some garlic powder in there as well. But some sea salt, some black pepper. Maybe I'll use some white pepper. Yeah. So we're just going to mash this up. I usually like to keep the burner on. Yeah, on low. And then we're just going to mash. It's been a while since I used this masher, guys, so I don't know if this is even going to work. All right. Let me see if I can prop this up. Hold on. All right, so it's kind of sort of propped up, but not really. So I have some butter. This is my favorite butter, the Kerrygold's. Costco also has a really good grass-fed butter. So I'm going to add a few pats of this. That should be good. It doesn't really need a whole lot. Yeah, a little more. What's a mashed potato without butter? I'm over here dropping potatoes in here. Does it need a little bit more? Yeah, maybe a little tiny bit more. Okay, that's good on butter. And I like to keep the heat on because the ingredients are cold. So, yeah. There's this. Oh, it is mashing nicely now the butter is added. And again, y'all don't have to follow this because like I said, I'm kind of winging it. And it's been a long time since I made mashed potatoes. So here's the half and half. That was probably like 1/8 of a cup. I didn't add a lot. It's not going to need a lot. I actually prefer heavy cream, but I don't have any, so. And after a while, I'm not going to use the masher anymore. I'm going to start using the a spoon because I don't want it too mashed. I like smooth, but I don't like it to be. All right. That's another, not even 1/8 of a cup there. That was probably like 2 tablespoons, well, 1 tablespoon. Okay. And then you want to kind of add liquid until you get to the texture that you want. I kind of want it to be fluffy, but not too runny. Like I like mine to be kind of thick. And I'm going to stir in some of that sour cream at the end when I do the salt and pepper. Okay, this actually looks really good. I'm loving the texture on this. Not too thick. I want a little bit more. I should really just use the last of this half and half because there's really not a lot in there. And it was probably like 1/2 cup. Maybe a little bit more than 1/2 cup of half and half in this thing, you guys. So, yeah. I think we're good on this. I just went ahead and used the rest of that half and half. Because there ain't no point in leaving that little squig in there. Alright, let me turn the heat off. It's good and mashed up. Here's my spoon that I had. You're really not gonna need a lot of salt because we had that chicken bouillon in here. Let me do a little bit of sour cream. All right, let me taste where we are right now. There's still some chunks in there that I didn't get on the side, but I am trying to mash in a pot that's really small. So yeah, there's still some chunks in there, but it's all good. Let me show you guys the texture of my potatoes. I like mine a little thick. I don't like mine too runny. I like mine to actually like make a bowl. When I try to put my spoon in there like that to make a bowl or make a little tub for the gravy, that's what I like. And then let me show you guys the veggies. Y'all see that? That turned out so good. Better than I thought. Okay, so here's this. I need to add a little bit of sour cream. Let me taste it a little bit first though. See? It doesn't need a lot of salt. So let me add some salt, some pepper, oops, I was gonna grab my plastic spoon. A little bit of, let me turn the heat back on. A little bit of sour cream. Like so. And that sour cream is going to thin it out a little bit too. Like I said, I don't like my potatoes too thin. So then you can people can kind of add their own toppings, like, you know, their own stuff. If they want to add cheese, they can add cheese. If they want to do bacon, get you some bacon bits. If they want extra sour cream or extra butter, they can do that. All right, I think we're good. Look at that. See, that sour cream kind of made them very fluffy. Now this is how I like mine. Of course, if you like yours a little bit thinner, because some people like theirs a lot thinner than this, have at it, you guys. The world is your oyster. And then I'll show you guys how this turned out. All right, so peep game, y'all. It's not the prettiest, but I just tasted it and it tastes amazing. This little turkey leg, a turkey wing right here, honey, did the damn thing in here. I may take the meat off here. I don't know, it really ain't enough to do all that, bruh. But I tasted it and it tastes amazing. So only thing we need to do now is get some rolls, pop some in the oven to warm them up. How many y'all like to warm up y'all's rolls? I got some Hawaiian rolls to eat with it to sop up that gravy, baby. I like to put mine with some butter in the oven. Yes. I like to get a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter. And stick them in the oven, you guys. Get the kitchen cleaned up and together, honey, because it's a hot mess right now. I'm only going to do 2 rolls. I don't really need a whole lot. And it's just my kiddo right now. Me and my kiddo, so we only need 2 rolls. We don't need a whole lot. See, I have my 2 rolls. And then I have a butter that I keep out. How many of you guys keep butter out? Do you have a butter that you leave out? That's this. I have butter that I keep out in my butter dish. So it's easy to spread. Like, I always like to have some room temp butter. So we'll take some butter and we'll spread it on the rolls. You really don't need a lot. Just enough. All right. Okay, we're gonna stick these in the oven for probably about 6 minutes, if that. Guys, I'll check on them and see how they look. All right, y'all, the bread is done. Look how pretty that looks. Butter got it all toasted and stuff. All right, time to make a plate. All right, guys, plate is made. This is how the cabbage and green beans turned out. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Some of the gravy from the roast. Roast with carrots. The plate's not that big, you guys, but here's my hand with the plate. But it looks big and it looks delicious, you guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed cooking with me. Until next time, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, you guys, so you can find out when I upload. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Oh yeah, hit that like. Peace out.